What is going on, everyone? Happy Saturday morning. It is your shaman, your sister in spirit, and your friend, Alicia Dunleavy here. Today I'm going to be doing some readings, just a collective reading. I wasn't here yesterday. I had the pleasure and the privilege of meeting up with some amazing souls and guiding them on their journey. Also was able to go out to Restore Yoga and Wellness out in St. Clairsville to do a Shamanic Sound Journey with my favorite sound guy, Anthony Sterling, who is the founder and owner of GeneOhm Sound and Wellness. Check him out. He does some phenomenal work, whether you are a yoga teacher, whether you are a healer, whether you are just a person that wants to experience a sound bath. Doesn't that sound nice? A sound bath. Check him out. He's on Facebook. He is on Instagram. He has his own website. So shout out to Anthony for another amazing journey. If you happen to be an owner of a studio, of a place, and would like to and are interested in learning more about what we do, please feel free to reach out. So at the beginning of the week, I showed you guys some decks and Grand Rising. Grand Rising. I showed you a couple new decks. I have my Journey of Love deck, which I am in love with this deck. I'm not going to lie right now. The artwork on it is just gorgeous. It's just upside down. And the messages in there are gorgeous as well. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards from here. I'm also going to pull a couple of cards from my new Mystical Shaman Oracle and just kind of see like what the energies are feeling like this this week and moving into next week. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. So let's go ahead and begin. Alrighty, I am shuffling that Mystical Shaman deck. The first deck that I was shuffling was that Journey of Love. Whoever is here, who's here with me today? So cool. So I made that recently. I think it's so fun. Really feeling some sacral chakra energy. Like a lot of us are feeling this this pull to our creative energy, our sensuality, and so I have been trying to find different ways. Thank you. I've been trying to find different ways to get my creativity out in a way that feels overwhelming, underwhelming, overwhelming. It feels overwhelming. I just had a Freudian slip there. Okay. Yeah, that's sacral chakra, right? Sometimes I can just read without cards, but like, these are just so beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to do a collective read. All right. And if time permits, I would love to pull some cards. So Samantha, I see you here. So first of all, just thanking all that is for being here. For allowing this time to be together, for allowing me, for all of us to rise this morning, remembering that our purpose, that our mission, that our lives still have time to unfold, to unravel in divine perfection, in the way that we came here intending it to live, and that we have another day to continue to grow. And we are so grateful for all of the support seen and unseen, understood and misunderstood. And we're just asking that we get some really great messages to come forward in this moment while we are together. So thank you. Collective read. Welcome everyone that is joining here. So glad to have you here. The first deck I'm going to see what comes out for this collective is from the Mystical Shaman deck. So let's see what comes out. I'd also talked about that, just like sacral energy. My friend Samantha, I got to share some poetry with her, and it was very special. And to feel that creativity that's kind of been hiding in there, wanting to escape, right? It was really powerful to let it come out, to let it express itself. Wow. Okay. Are these in a... All right. So 4 cards came out and they are not in any order, but I love this. Okay. So first card that came out was the Rainmaker, which is card 42. Okay. The next card that came out was Lightning, which is card 30. Rainmaker, Lightning, Thunder, which is card 56. What? And Water, which is card 61. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the Rainmaker card, because I feel like, wow, Lightning, Thunder, and Water, they all are talking about the components of Rainmaker. Yeah. So we'll see. Look at this card, y'all. Look at it. It's stunning. Whoever did this artwork, just illustrated by Jenna della Grottaglia. Don't hold me to that. A good cleansing coming, right? And let's also take a moment to recognize that that sacral chakra is where that water resides. Okay? The feelings, the emotions, the water. What's going on here? Now let's pull, let's see what card wants to come out from Journey of Love. Yeah. It's a nice, cool, rainy day here in West Virginia. So here we are with the Rainmaker, being the Rainmaker. 2 cards came out. And it's interesting because these 2 cards came out for somebody yesterday. The Blood Dance. The Blood Dance, that really like resonates with the... And Heart of God. Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here with us today. And thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's dive into what the messages are. And really the thing that I love about this deck, the Oracle, the Mystical Shaman Oracle, is that the messages are very short. For those of you that might be interested in getting cards and maybe want to see, this is the book. I know my light is super bright. And like, it's just 3 paragraphs. Okay. And you can't see it because, again, my light's super bright. Here we go. It's the essence, the invitation, and the medicine. So here we are with the Rainmaker. The Rainmaker is the master of manifestation who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty, and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gain only, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts springs to life again. So all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts spring to life again. Sorry. The invitation. The Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Be sure to work with what is and not with what might be or could have been. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth ready for the sunlight. Do not hold back. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. It is. No, thank you. The medicine. Recognize how you are co-creating your world. Nothing is happening out there without your involvement. Okay. Remember that the world is only mirroring back to you the condition of your love and your intent. So change these within before you take any action. And do not take life personally. I did share yesterday the 4 agreements, and one of the 4 agreements is don't take things personally. And guilty as charged. Who else here feels like sometimes they take things too personally? You know, it's so easy because it's happening to us, right? All right, I'm not gonna lie. I want to feel out what the rest of these cards say, especially since we have some time. It's a hard one. It is. It really is. So lightning. Lightning. The formidable electrical discharge of a lightning bolt brightens the sky and strikes the earth, accompanied by the mighty sound of thunder, which is also a card that's out here. This phenomena has a positive aspect. The light illuminates the earth and the psyche. But there's a destructive side as well. The bolt can burn and even kill if too strong. The invitation. The forces of the upper world are investing their gathered energies to ignite you with new inspiration and creativity. Allow this divine gift of awakening to take root in your being and enjoy a renewed sense of clarity, passion, and vision. The medicine. Life has gifted you with a destiny that is in alignment with your passion and in harmony with all existence on earth. Now, lightning has come to jolt you into accepting your destiny. Let this initiation release what is in the way of you fulfilling your life purpose. Otherwise, you'll be bound to your karmic fate. I mean, it happens. It happens sometimes, and that's okay. If you don't learn, you just got to go back and practice again, right? No different than studying in school. But they're asking, they say, this is a time to be courageous and daring. For those of you who know me, I'm not a risk taker. I'm very, very open about that. So, and for those of you who really know me, you all know that I have been in this space as well, where I feel like I'm like being asked to make some like bold moves. It just like makes me nervous thinking about it. So we'll talk about that. We're gonna go to Thunder next, which is card 56. Do you guys want to see the card? I almost heard that. Like, what's that card look like? Breathtaking, right? Legends speak of great thunder beings who live in the sky and call for your attention when great occurrences are meant to happen in the world. They warn when tensions in a situation are called upon to be released. Their presence in your reading reminds you of the dramatic moments in life that change everything. Both awesome and frightening when thunder arrives. It is also a wake-up call, one that you will not soon forget. The invitation. When thunder comes into your reading, it refers to a big, dramatic change that feels like a herd of wild bison on the run. You'll feel it right through your bones, and you know that you are powerless to influence whatever events have been set in motion. This is a time to be prepared for anything. Your life is an adventure, and wonderful opportunities are arriving now. The trick is to learn to run with them. Qualities that you'll need now more than ever are flexibility, dexterity, and a willingness to experience it all without dictating from where or in what form opportunities will come. Your destiny is arriving. Be ready. And the medicine. Do you feel like unnecessary drama is waylaying your life? Could you be exhausted from listening to others tell you their never-ending victim story? Or could you be telling yourself a version of the same? It's time for an about face. You're being warned that to continue on this path will cause you to regret your choices, even if they appear benign or familiar. It's time to say no to drama, both yours and others. Focus on solutions rather than problems. You are worthy of a drama-free life. This reading is just as much for me as it is for everyone else. Is this resonating with anyone? Drop a comment. Ooh, flexibility like water. Speaking of which, our last card. All right. So 61. Water symbolizes purification, regeneration, birth, revival, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from former self to new self. Many myths around the world speak of a great flood and the new life that is revealed after a deluge. Water begins without boundaries. Then, as soon as form has separated itself from water, it comes under the laws of time and life, thus acquiring limitations. The invitation. When water arrives, you're invited to watch your emotions. That's sacral chakra, okay? Know they are going to be changeable. Do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel it fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust you can ride the wave of opportunity when it rises. Natural flow is here. Natural flow is here. Go with it. The medicine. This is a time for cleansing unwanted energies and sticky feelings. Consider this. What water does to the flesh, it does in sacred ritual to the spirit. The spiritual cleansing, like baptism, is an opportunity to get an instantaneous experience of timeless, non-ordinary reality in which all true creation takes place. Now is also a time that is pregnant with potential for you. Carl Jung talked about the maternal womb-like significance of water as a universal symbol. Water represents the potentiality of existence. I'm going to say that again. Water represents the potentiality of existence. It precedes and sustains every creation. Emergence from it is manifestation. Immersion in it is dissolution of form. Because of this, it symbolizes regeneration. Make way for the process. You can expect it to be messy, but worth it. Wow. Wow. My favorite part about this set of cards that came out again is that we have the Rainmaker. For those of you that are just joining, 4 cards came out of the Mystical Shaman deck. We had the Rainmaker, we had Lightning, we had Thunder, and we had Water. None of these cards are in chronological order. So it was really cool that they all decided to come out in a bunch, like in a bundle. They came out together to create this really powerful message, which will kind of like, I'll kind of wrap up in a present and in a little bow here in a second. So again, we had the Blood Dance. Jung is the man. Deep water stuff today. Yes, absolutely. And with springtime being here, isn't it absolutely accurate if we are all one with life itself, one with Pachamama, Mama Earth? Yeah. So Blood Dance is 42. Beautiful card. The heart craves life and the blood responds. In relationship to each other, life happens. The desire and the action, the movement of cycles, drawing in and letting go, rushing to the center and pushing far away to the extremities. It is the cycle of relationship, dancing between self and other, into oneness and into individuality. So it is with human beings, in relationships with each other. That pull, that pulling in, that pushing away. And with human beings and the divine essence, again, that pulling in and that pushing away. Sometimes the heart of God feels so close. The heart of God is in this book, and it is the other card that came out. Sometimes the heart of God feels so close. It's as though our own inner passion is the very blood rushing through it. Then we journey far, bringing our nourishment to where it is needed, to those who are cold and lonely, to the farthest reaches of our own dark self, that we may, if very brave, dare to love completely. Though we can be lonely for the warmth of the center then, craving that feeling of being at home, soon enough, we are called back to the core of the divine heart, and the cycle continues. Remember that you are always in this dance of life. You are never apart from the divine. It is just that sometimes in our natural flow, it's easier to feel the divine presence than other times, yet you are always the blood connected to the heart. Ooh, that sounds so nice. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are connected to the divine source, to all that is. If you are experiencing a phase of feeling cut off from yourself, from your body, from another, or from the divine, even from your own feelings, spiritual connection, or intuition, be reassured that this is temporary and part of the cycle of life itself. Soon, all connection shall return with even greater warmth and nourishment, welcoming you home again with great love. If you feel you have been journeying in life and fear you have lost your way, do not trouble yourself, precious soul. You are never far from the divine heart and will always be called home. And the poem that came with this was, love's language speaks like sound of falling leaves, caressing wind to bear aroma sweet. You ask if I can love in measure true and give emotions weight the scales do. Each tear releases more than words can say, expressing all my heart wants to convey. Okay. It's a beautiful message. And the last card here is Heart of God. You are a part of something profound, a divine calling and privilege. It is the role of the inspiratrix or inspirator upon this earth. The women and the men who have hearts capable of bliss. Bliss is what we feel when we let God in. The heart opens and we cannot speak for the sensation of it. It cannot be described. Great hearts can tolerate mystery. They can bear the enormity of divine bliss beyond analysis and description and simply be. You don't have to do anything with it, you see. To be the inspiration is to have a heart open to the divine. It's a life calling. Your heart is an inspirational force to be loved, recognized, and protected for the precious catalyst of the divine awakening that it is. Be led by your heart. God is in it, speaking through it, calling you forth to love, and the love that flows through your heart filters out through your toes, dripping on those beneath you as stars falling from heaven. Pardon me. This oracle holds a message for you, direct from the divine. You have a sacred purpose to fulfill upon this earth, and it's all sorted out. This situation, this issue, this awakening that you seek and are living even now is held lovingly in the hands of the divine creator. The creator says to you, leave it with me. It's all unfolding in perfection. I am alive in your heart. I am your heart. And the poem that goes with this, when souls are touched with love sublime and hearts unleashed, the wonder found, a promise made somewhere in time of words that speak without a sound. In gratitude, we transcend space and bless the gifts we now can keep, of thoughts caress and soft embrace, and eyes allowed in joy to weep. The moment's song that we compose will leave this life with no regret and carry forth what we impose to chart again a course once set. For what we have is ours to own, each breath a step we measure sweet. Together now we wait alone and walk in peace, our hearts complete. Very nice. Okay. I'm loving you all. I'm not going to have time to do individual reads today because I want to wrap up this in the most loving and connected way, which may take me a bit of time. Though the messages that came through these 6 cards are so clear, my friends, my brothers and sisters in spirit. To wrap it up in beautiful paper and to put a bow on it, as I listen to the rain, there's something here. There's something here, and there's something within you. There's something going on in your life right now that is very present, very loud. And it's something that has to do with change. Yeah. Change inside of divine purpose, of true knowingness, of knowing who you are and who you feel you're being called to be. And also knowing that there are things that you are doing that are preventing yourself from being there. And all of those things come down to two basic concepts: fear and the fear of being rejected, right? It's like fear in general, the fear of being rejected. The fear of not being loved, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of, and I get it. I get it. I too feel this call within me that's like, it's time to shift. Are you ready? And a part of me, part of my ego says, haven't I done enough? Haven't I just, like, I just went through something, like, and I got through it. Like, isn't it enough? And who am I asking that to? Am I asking that to the divine? Am I asking that to myself? Like, who is asking the question, and who am I asking? When deep down, I know that I want to grow, that I am co-creating some amazing plans for myself, plans that involve me getting over those core belief systems, those habits that I have that are preventing me from really living a life that's filled with joy and bliss. Like, truly, like a life that has fun and happiness, a life that feels not tense, but like I'm going with the flow. And when we walk the spiritual path, sometimes we have to recognize that when that tension starts to build up and we're being asked to make very big steps, very brave moves, that is walking with the divine. It's not always easy breezy, ocean waves gently washing upon the shore. It's not always that. Sometimes it is the thunder. Sometimes it is the lightning. Sometimes it is the tsunami, that comes through. It's the great flood. And it feels scary. And it feels intense. And it feels emotional. Because when we're scared, what's going to happen is the ego is going to come up and it's going to try to soothe us or protect us. It's going to say, oh my gosh, you want to do this? You want to go to the next level? Oh, I don't think you want to do that, right? It's too scary. Like, what if people don't like you? What if it's too much? What if you can't handle it? Let's procrastinate. And then those self-sabotaging techniques come in. Let's procrastinate. Let's put it off. Don't say anything. Keep yourself silent. Maybe say too much, Maybe say this. Sabotage. And all we're doing really is holding ourselves back from getting there, which is okay. It's okay. It's a part of the process. We have to meet that part of us that is afraid so that we can better understand it and we can love it. Because whenever we understand the process that we go through when we are afraid or filled with anxiety or filled with stress, then we can look at others and recognize that energy within them as well, because we're all one. And if we can hold that self-love and compassion for ourselves, that bravery and courage for ourselves, then we truly are able to step into a role where we are able to hold that for others. And one way to remember that no matter what situation you are in, whether the situation that's unfolding for you feels like excitement and bliss and just like so good, or whether it feels a little nerve-wracking and a little scary. That either way, right, the blood dance comes in to say whether you are the blood inside of the heart or you are the blood at the fingertips or at the tips of the toes, you are still infinitely connected with the oneness, with the truth, and you will always return back home. Be brave, you know? Be brave. Be brave inside of your sadness. Be brave inside of your bliss. Be brave. Be grateful. And it's hard to be grateful inside of times that are very difficult, because gratitude looks a little bit different. So like it's that yin and yang, like, right? I love that visualization, because if we look at the side with the darkness, like there is a speck of light, and that is the only amount of gratitude that you have to have inside of, that's the only amount of hope that you have to have inside of that darkness. Okay, nobody's saying have infinite amount of gratitude whenever you're going through something difficult. No, we're saying a speck. In the Bible, what do they say? Like to have the faith of like a mustard seed. Like that is so tiny. I know that all of us, no matter what the situation is, we can all have enough hope, gratitude, self-compassion, the size of a mustard seed. Okay, and that's all you need. And sometimes I know that we can get inside of our heads and we can think, no, I need more. Like I need to be more in order to achieve this. I need to have more. But you don't. Just the dot, just the drop of light, just the drop of hope, just the drop of love. Hold on to that, you know, not in a toxic way, not in a way where you're pretending that it isn't hard, but in a way that says, I know that inside of this, I believe in the good things coming. I know that these moments don't last forever. And I know that there's something good on the other side. And sitting with it. Because when the time is right, enough pressure will build and then it'll pop off. Like lightning, like thunder, when enough friction builds up, right? The lightning will flash and it will light up the sky and you will have that moment of clarity. And the thunder will roll, or will roll, and you will speak your truth, and you will move what might feel like mountains in your life, like the thunder. Yeah. I'm really drawn to this lightning card because the lightning, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but yes, you can. You see that outline of that body, and the lightning is like right at the hara, right at the center. How many times whenever we feel that pressure building, right? It's one of these cards said something like, something about something building. Maybe it was the thunder card, but like, how many times do we feel that anxiety, that fear start to build up inside, like right in the stomach space? It builds, it builds, it builds, it builds. Imagine it like an energy like this, and then it'll strike, light us up, and then we have no choice but to step in. To dance with our bodies, with the breath of life, with the breath of God, with the breath of the infinite universe. I'm hearing, like, one of my guides is here, and it's like, okay. I have some guides that are like, speak in shaman story, like infinite picture. And then I have some that are like, all right, now let's get down. Let's get down to the let's get down to it. Logical brain. All right. The Imagine Dragon song I'm gonna be playing in my head today. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning, and the thunder. Yeah. I feel that. All right, so one of my guides is here, and they're like, all right, let's really talk about this concept that you brought up, by the way, this building up of energy inside of the body, which our nervous system is our electrical system, right? Especially if we're looking at it from like an anatomical we really can remember that whenever we build up too much fear, whenever we build up too much energy, right? Whenever we build up too much anxiety, that it can start to teeter us into places that are not helpful. Okay. When the body is under the stress response, when the body's under the stress response, it's going to naturally go into fight, flight, fear, fawn, freeze, flood mode. Naturally. That's what this human organism does. Like, this is what the animal of human does. This is what the animal of all mammals that walk on this planet do. They have a central nervous system. It goes into, I'm safe and I can chill, or something's coming and I need to be very alert. I'm holding my breath. I'm breathing shallow. Okay. For us, any kind of stimulation, whether it's this internal energy buildup of, oh my gosh, spiritually, I'm about to level up, or whether it's, oh my gosh, I'm about to achieve a goal, whatever it is, right? That energy is going to build up, and our central nervous system is going to experience it. So during this time, one of my guides really wants to offer this message. Okay. Check your central nervous systems. How are you? How's your anxiety? And what can be done to get it relaxed? Because it's going to be much easier to make brave and courageous, well thought out, well connected choices from a place of rest and relaxation. Because whenever we are making choices out of that stress response, it may have hints of ego. It may have hints of that fight, that flight, that freeze, that fawn. The choices may go in that direction because of this thing that we're in. Okay. So breathing, listening to meditation, prayer, talking about it, moving the energy through movement, through art. This is sacral chakra energy. Okay. Find creative ways to move the energy through the body. Okay. And this is going to be, if it builds up, this is where we tend to build up emotion, build up that water, build up the fear, whatever. So music, art, poetry, singing, what else for those that are here? Yeah, like movement. I'm hearing like a lot about movement. And then they're like play, which that's been coming up for me. And what is play? Play is acting like a child, is getting into that childlike state. I have a friend that mentioned just like going out into the garden and playing with the dirt. I like to hug trees and talk to them. I like to lay in the grass and look up at the sky. I love cloud watching. I love looking for shapes in clouds, tapping into imagination, tapping into play. Okay. Sometimes I like to just go out with chalk and just like draw. That feels like so natural to me. Playing imaginary games like, hello, I'm Peppa. Like getting into some fun where it like takes you out of the seriousness and the intensity of this big storm that you are going into, you are in, you just came out of, whatever it is. Okay. If you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out. My time is coming to an end, because I have a beautiful person that I get to spend some time with, and journey and guide with. So, but if you feel this message, if it resonates and you're like, oh, I really want to make some breakthroughs. I really want whatever. I want some guidance. I want whatever, not whatever, but like whatever is in your heart, whatever that is, feel free to reach out to me, schedule your consultations. I have my website and information down below. All right, my rainmakers, you called this in. You did this for your soul's evolution. I'm so honored to walk beside you in this journey. I'm so honored to to be here to receive this message, not just for you, but for me. And yeah, I love you all so much. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Peace and love.